Happy Sunday. We have some of our favorite repeat offenders here today. We have Richard Delgado. He's actually the Director of Military Affairs at Texas A&M Patriots Casa. He's also the SA lead for Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America. He has 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl, married to a U.S. Marine.
That's right.
And then we got Bobby Ehrig, the real Bobby of Bobby and JJ Radio, which is the program manager for the homeless veterans at Family Endeavor and executive director of the San Antonio Coalition for Veterans and Families, 17 years in the U.S. Army. And then we have my man Roy. He's a first-timer, so we're going to be gentle. With Roy Orozco, he's the CEO and founder of Project Phoenix. Student at A&M over there where Richard is. Likes running and supporting the community through marathons. And you've done it all the way up to New York City. You've gone in a marathon in New York City.
I'm going to do a marathon.
You're about to?
In 2 weeks, yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, Marine Corps this weekend. Marine Corps this weekend and New York the following.
And not that half marathon. He does a full one.
It's a full one. Full marathon.
Only
marathons that Bobby does on Netflix, but so he can relate.
True.
He can
I
definitely
did a
relate.
5K once.
Did you?
Yeah. Record time.
Did you moonwalk it?
I was downhill, so I had a skateboard. That was fun.
So first of all, I want to say thank you guys. You're definitely our favorite vets here in the San Antonio metro area. Thanks for coming back. I'm glad that we actually convinced you to come back. So this is our Veterans Day show. And I know we have this running joke in our office where we don't let our staff off until they can tell us the reason for the holiday. So just to help our staff to get the day off, what is Veterans Day?
So
because it's confused with Memorial Day.
It is. So I'm glad you're doing that because I wish the rest of the world in the United States, and more importantly, us being here in Military City, USA, I think we confuse, especially being a military town. So Veterans Day is to honor those veterans that have served and taken off their uniform, but are still living, are still here providing active participation in the community.
Right.
Where you have Memorial Day to honor those that have fallen. You have Armed Forces Day to honor those that are still wearing the uniform. So there is a difference. And a lot of people confuse the two.
There's Labor Day.
Yep,
also.
Labor Day. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. But again, Veterans Day is here for and to support those that have taken off the uniform but are still here actively in the community.
They're alive, they're active, they're in the community, they're trying, and they're doing everything for the communities. And that's a lot of Military Town USA. That's a lot of San Antonio.
Agreed.
I heard the statistic that outside of Virginia, I think we have the most active, retired, and I don't know, total, we're like the most veterans that you can find outside of Virginia. I don't know if you guys have heard that.
Why is Veterans Day so important?
Because sometimes when we take off the uniform, and I got 2 other vets with me, as y'all know, here in the room. So it means something different to every vet. Mm-hmm. So for me personally, it's a way for me to give back to my fellow brothers and sisters. So as y'all know, we're very outgoing and outspoken and don't shy away from getting our message across. There's other of our brothers and sisters out there that are in a bad place. So you have organizations that need to step up and come out and help.
Bobby, what is Veterans Day? Why is it so important to you, you feel?
I think over the time of my military service and basically growing up as an adult in the military, the one thing I noticed is that with other generations before us, they didn't really recognize them. So on Veterans Day, I know a lot of our generation who have served in the last 10 years, we try and make it a point to recognize the older vets, regardless of what we do, whether it's a parade or a ceremony or a service. And to me, I think it's important for us not to forget that, you know, although we are kind of the spoiled veterans of the service, that the older vets really, you know, they should get some recognition for what they did for the country as well.
Why do you think spoiled vets? Why do you say that?
I just say that because we have all the opportunities available to us. We have the resources available. A lot of them started because of September 11th. And the changes that have come about. I mean, they're positive for anybody who's ever served or is serving, but we got to remember that there's generations before us that got nothing.
How was it different before?
You know, if you compare it to Vietnam, people came back. The country was against even soldiers who served, even though they were drafted. Now, you come back and you get parades and you get, recognition at the airport and things like that. You know, Korean War and the older wars, they came back and they just came home and went straight to work. So it's a different kind of atmosphere, and there's nowhere else in the world that they do this. Everybody else is usually it's a mandatory service, we're all still an all volunteer force.
So what changed? What?
I think that with September 11th coming to America instead of a conflict outside of our borders, I think that made everybody realize how much the military actually does for the country. And I think that was the biggest change, most significant thing to show the difference between our generation and the others.
Quick takeaway: how do you feel that us citizens can help veterans every day?
I mean, I think everybody, you don't have to go to the extreme. But, you can, if you want to be very simple, you can donate to a veteran nonprofit organization helping vets and families, or volunteer at programs that help veterans, even if it's only once a year. It's better than no times a year.
Sure.
Or as simple, as everybody's saying, thank you for your service. I mean, I don't downplay that because there are a lot of people that just feel very awkward about military service, and if that's all they can do, then fine, that's all they can do. But, just remember that they're all out there.
Sure. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.